I know.
Jaiva Dharma. Nitala Prasanga Sambhat Brahmajur Braj Gacharya Sutar Sadasi Simat Sila Vaichana Vinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gurudev ki Jai, Guru Parampara ki Jai, Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Jai, Jaiva Dharma ki Jai, Shamata Vaishnavinda ki Jai, Nidai Gaura Pramanande Hari Hari. Please join us to bring the blessing of Guru Parampara, our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's mercy to our heart, so we can realize what he expressed through Jaiva Dharma. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Samrupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavansya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanditam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitamsya Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatai Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Nama Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagamurtaye Vipralambar Sambodhe Padambu Jayate Namo Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanugavarayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priyo Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannathayate Vancha kalpa tarubhasya kripa sindhubhayeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo Sirupasi sanatana bhatta raghunatha Sijiva gopala bhatta dasa raghunatha Namo mahapadannaya krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gaurataje He Krishna karuna sindhu dina bandhu jagatpate Gopesha gopika kanto radha kanto namo Tapta kanchana gaurangi radhe vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute devi pranamami hari priye Vrindaye tulasi devaya priyaye kesavasya Krishna bhakti pade devi sattvatte namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Thank you. Achyutananda Prabhu, where is he? Damodar, you want to knock the door?
Yeah.
So Achyutananda Prabhu, we are waiting. So we are going to go to page 800 what?
829.
829.
Achyutananda Prabhu, we're waiting for your grace to come out and read for us.
Okay, together, you got it? 829 first. And then we'll come back. Not the black book, but the brown book. Yeah? Everybody is on? 829?
What page?
829.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because the 829 doesn't have number, but the 828 is the other side. But 29
Okay.
is
Together, please recite. Prithivite jata katha dharma name chale, Bhagavata kahe sab paripurna chale. Who read English good? Charles?
You want to read that?
Yes, louder.
As indicated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.2, all the philosophies on earth that are celebrated as Dharma are utterly deceptive.
Chala dharma chari kara satta dharme mati, Chatur varga teji dhara nitya prema gati.
Can we carry on?
Yeah.
One should completely abandon such deceptive dharmas and absorb his mind in true dharma. In other words, one should give up the fourfold goals of material life, dharma, artha, karma, moksha, and aspire solely for the ultimate destination of nitya prema.
Amita mimamsa brahme nije jara buddhi, nirvishesha brahma gene nahi chitta suddhi.
Those who are deluded identify themselves with matter. This is their error. However, one cannot be purified of such delusion by endeavors for nirvishesha brahma jnana.
Vichitrata hina hale nirvishesha haya, Kala sima tulla seha aprakrita naya.
The Mayavadi thinks Sri Krishna to be subject to the limitations of time, such as birth and death, and considers that he is not transcendental. Thus he rejects Sri Bhagavan's Vichitrata, astonishing characteristics, paraphernalia, qualities, and lila. Through this vicious attempt, he is left with the philosophy of Nirvishesha Brahma.
Khanda gene heya dharma ache sunischaya, Prakrita haile kabu aprakrita naya.
Such base and contemptible Gnan, which rises out of an attempt to dismember the divine form of Bhagavan, is only fit to be rejected. It is prakrita, materialistic, and should never be given credence as aprakrita dharma.
Jare daita gena haya chitte upadeya, Krishna bhakti chira dina upaya upaye.
Such knowledge which is solely related to the duality of this dull material world is fit to be rejected, whereas transcendental knowledge of the divine duality within the spiritual world, Chit Jagat, should be accepted forever within one's heart, both as the upaya, means of attainment, and the upayi, goal worthy of attainment.
Jiva kabu jaranaya, Hari kabu naya, Hari saha jiva chinta veda veda maya.
The jiva is not a product of dull matter, nor is he kevala advaita, absolutely one in all ways with Sri Hari. The jiva is inconceivably different and non-different from Hari.
Nakabu jiva naya, dhara bhogga naya, Dasa bhogga jiva Krishna Prabhu Bhaktahaya.
The material body should never be considered to be the jiva, and this earth is not for the jiva to exploit and enjoy. The jiva's svarupa is Krishna dasa, and thus he is meant for Krishna's enjoyment, whereas Sri Krishna's svarupa is Prabhu, master, and bhakta, enjoyer.
Jaiva Dharma nahi ache deha dharma katha, nahi ache jiva gyane maya bada pratha.
This book, entitled Jaiva Dharma, neither discusses matters related to the dead material body, nor does it propound the Mayavad doctrine of the jiva's oneness with Brahma.
Jiva nitya dharma bhakti tahe jaranai, Shuddha jiva prema seva phale paitai.
The jiva's nitya dharma is bhakti, devoid of material motivation. The jiva, purified by seva, attains the fruits of that seva in the form of prema.
Jaiva Dharma pate se Suddha bhakti haya, Jaiva Dharma na parile kabhu bhakti naya.
One who reads Jaiva Dharma with faithful deliberation will surely attain Shuddha bhakti, but one who does not read Jaiva Dharma can never attain bhakti.
Rupanuga vimana pare dhrida haya, Jaiva Dharma vimukhe dharma hina haya.
Faithfully reading Jaiva Dharma will surely strengthen one's Abhimana as Rupanuga, followers of Sri Rupa Goswami. One who's adverse to reading Jaiva Dharma is certainly devoid of religious principle.
Jabata jivana jai pare jaiva dharma bhakti manase gyane vritha gyana karma.
One who faithfully reads Jaiva Dharma throughout his entire life will be endowed with bhakti and would surely realize the futility of jnana and karma.
Krishna yamala seva labhi se nara seva sukhe magna rahe sada Krishna para.
Such a man, being fully devoted to Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gala Kisora and having attained their Amala Prema Seva, remains forever merged in the bliss of such immaculate loving souls.
Jai Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Now chapter 9 and page number
200?
200, okay. You can start from you, Prabhu. Indradumna Prabhu. Go. 200. Top. Just read. Don't. Just read.
Nobody understands anything.
He said he can't read English. Okay, you have to go.
Digambara, you are distinctly unsociable, for you do not mingle with others.
That's the top?
Yes.
200.
Okay.
The Vaishnavas have never learnt what it means to please others with sweet words. As soon as they lay eyes on anyone, they command him to chant Hari Nam. Why is there no other civilized discussion? Anyone who sees your dress will not be inclined to let you sit in an assembly. You wear a loincloth, a peculiar tuft of hair on the top of your head, and a garland of beads around your neck. What kind of an outfit is this? And you eat only potatoes and roots. You are not at all civilized.
You forgot the pasta and fish.
Advaita Das determined that if he were to start a quarrel and Digambar went away angered, it would be a great relief. So he said, does your type of civilized living give you the opportunity to attain a higher destination in the next life? Digambar, culture does not in itself grant one a higher destination in the next life. But how can society be elevated without culture? If society is elevated, then one can endeavor for progress in other planets. Advaita, brother, I may say something if you will not become angry. Digambar, you are my childhood friend. I would give up my life for you. How can I not tolerate whatever you have to say? I am fond of courtesy. Even if I become angry, my words remain sweet. The more a man can conceal his inner feelings, the more cultured he is considered to be. Advaita, human life is very short and there are many disturbances. In this brief span of life, the only duty of humanity is to worship Sri Hari with simplicity. Studying the ways of material civilization and culture is simply deceiving the soul. I have understood that the word sabhyata, civilization, is simply another name for civil deception. A human being remains simple as long as he adheres to the path of truth. When he adopts the path of dishonesty, he desires to appear civilized and to please others by sweet words, but internally he remains addicted to deception and wicked deeds. What you describe as civilization has no good qualities, because truthfulness and simplicity are really the only good qualities. In modern times, civilization has come to mean keeping one's depravity concealed within. The word sabhyata literally means fitness to participate in a sabha or a virtuous assembly. In reality, civilization is free from sin and deception. Civilization that is free from sin and deception is only found amongst Vaishnavas. Non-Vaishnavas very much appreciate civilization that is saturated with sin. The civilization that you speak of is not related to the Nitya Dharma of the Jiva. If civilization means to adorn oneself in stylish clothes to appeal to others, then prostitutes are more civilized than you are. The only requirement for clothing is that it should cover the body and be clean and free from unpleasant odor. Food is faultless when it is pure and nutritious, but you only care whether it tastes good. You don't even consider whether it is pure or not. Wine and meat are naturally impure, and a civilization based upon the consumption of such things is simply a society dedicated to sin. What passes as civilization at present is the culture of Kali Yuga. Digambar. Have you forgotten the civilization of the Muslim emperors? Just consider the manners with which people sit in the court of a Muslim emperor, how politely they speak, and with such proper etiquette. Advaita. That is only worldly conduct. How deficient is a man really if he does not abide by these external formalities? Brother, you have served in the Muslim government for so long that you have become partial to that type of civilization. In reality, human life only becomes civilized when it is sinless. The so-called advancement of civilization in Kali Yuga simply means an increase in sinful activity, and this is nothing but hypocrisy. Digambar. Look, educated modern men have concluded that civilization means humanism, and that those who are not civilized are not human beings. To dress women attractively and thereby conceal their faults is considered to be a sign of sophistication. Advaita. Just consider whether this idea is good or bad. I perceive that those whom you call educated are merely rogues who have taken advantage of the times. Such people favor this deceitful civilization, partly because of sinful impressions within their hearts, and partly because they see it as an opportunity to conceal their faults. Can a wise man find happiness in such a civilization? Only vain arguments and physical intimidation can maintain veneration for a civilization of rogues. Digambar. Some people say that society is advancing with the increase of knowledge in the world, and eventually it will be like heaven on earth. Advaita. This is simply fantasy. It is quite extraordinary that people have faith in this, and it is even more bizarre that others have the audacity to propagate such a view without actually believing it themselves. There are two types of knowledge. Paramarthika knowledge relates to eternal truth, while Lokika knowledge relates to this transitory world. Paramarthika knowledge does not seem to be increasing. On the contrary, in most cases, knowledge has been corrupted and deviated from its original nature. Only Lokika knowledge seems to be on the increase.
Okay, hold on. Oh, finish this paragraph.
Does the jiva have an eternal relationship with Lokika knowledge? When Lokika jnana increases, people's minds become distracted by temporary material pursuits, and they neglect the original spiritual truth. I firmly believe that the more Lokika jnana increases, the more duplicitous a civilization becomes. This is a great misfortune for the living beings.
So this is a beginning of this covering potency of bhakti. Pure love. You have a. You're going to write it out. We should always remember, whenever we think of pure love, bhakti, we must know that eternally there is eternal existence of three entities. One is Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Another is you or me, the soul. And we have our eternal relationship. These three things is the foundation of spiritual knowledge. Any spiritual topics is not related to these three entities, the Bhagavan, Supreme God, and the soul and their relationship. The relationship between the God and the soul is also another entity. Bhakti is a person. Bhakti is not some feeling towards between a girl and boy, but it has no personality. This is not true. In spiritual realm, this feeling, unadulterated eternal function between a soul and God is a person. Her name is Bhakti or pure love. So we must remember this. You can write down. The Bhakti has a two symptom. Always we should remember, pure devotion has a two symptom. One is internal, one is external. And internal as important as external, external as important as internal. Just like if I am in the jail, to get out from the jail is also important as much as after I get out of the jail, how I'll be my professional, normal, citizen life. Normal citizen life is fascination, spiritual world, Vrindavan, how they reciprocate. It's very good. But also how to get out is important too. Otherwise, if I am still in the jail and dreaming, oh, in Alachua they can go wherever they want, they can do whatever they want. I like that, but I am not planning to get out, then it doesn't help. it will come to disappointment. So bhakti has a two symptoms. One is internal, or you write intrinsic. You understand the word intrinsic? What? What is made of. You cannot separate. Bhakti made of intrinsic has a 3. Put a little dot here, 3. This intrinsic characteristics, or maybe you can write intrinsic characteristics. Intrinsic characteristics has a 3 division we should always remember. One is that in the spiritual world, when we think, we don't think of just sitting there in front of a fountain forever. This is not spiritual world really. Spiritual world means cultivation of activities. Spiritual world is not a void, is not a vague, is not like a, okay, once I go there, I'll just lie down and sleep forever. Not like this. It is a full of activities, full of variety, colors, anything that we ever dream, it's all there. It's all there. So it should be first thing emphasized. It has a 3 division. One is cultivation of activities. And this cultivation of activities for us in a 2 manifestation. Over there is 1. But for us 2, one is until your pure love revived, it's called endeavor. So you have to keep on endeavoring. There is a 1 stage called vidhi. You have to follow rules, regulation, keep on following. Even if you develop, it's become automatically at that time. So there is a 2 cultivation of activities has a 2 manifestation. One is endeavor, one is bhav. Chesta and rupa. Bhava. Chesta rupa, bhava rupa. Then another one is this pure love. We should always remember it is only for who?
Krishna.
Krishna. This is very important. This 3 point is very important. The 3 division. Bhakti only applies to Vishnu, Krishna. Nobody else. You cannot say, I want to have a love. I mean, in this world, you can love anything. I love park. I love Alachua. Wow, very good. But actually, love over there is only for God. What does that mean? Everything. There is a verse, Lord Krishna himself says, Adara paricharjayam sarva ange abhibandana. Adara paricharjayam sarva ange abhibandana. Mat puja abbhadika. Prabhupada quote that second line many times. Mat bhakta puja abbhadika sarva bhuteshu manomati. He says, one who has love for me, he sees everything is part of me. So that time Alachua is also a very nice place. Why? It's Krishna's planet. It's Krishna's world. Krishna's house. Krishna's car. Krishna's devotee. So love for Krishna means loving everybody at that time. But if somebody does not have a love for Krishna, not possible to have a love for everybody. That's why it is exclusively bhakti only applies to Krishna. Krishna doesn't mean one statue on my altar and nobody else. That's not what Krishna himself says. Adara means affection. Adara paricharjayam. When you really develop feeling for me, that time sarva ange abhibandana. You see everything is connected, part of me. I am everything. Very sweet, Krishna says. Mad bhakta puja abbhadika. At that time you respect my devotee more than me. Why? Because they carry my feeling, they carry me more than you can find me. And you will find me with them. So that's why we respect devotee in that sense. Because we love Krishna and he loves his devotee more than he loves himself. So who is more important now?
Devotee.
Devotee. Prabhupada quote this. Even this Saturday you will find one of the 15, 4th canto, 3rd chapter 15, you will see Prabhupada put this. That Krishna actually declared when Daksha did not want to worship Shiva. He did not know the position of Shiva. that he rather should worship Shiva instead of God. But he did not know. So we are very fortunate by the mercy of our spiritual master Prabhupada that we come to know how important it is. Okay. Number 3, see. Always has to be in a favorable mood. What about Jatila? She is not serving Krishna? She is not eternally in spiritual world?
Yeah, she's serving Krishna.
Is it favorable?
Yeah.
Very good. How?
Because it fulfills Krishna's desire indirectly.
Yes. If she was not there, everybody remembers there was a secret what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes. There is one thing we should always meditate on. Sarvada dhangsarita sattvapi dhangsa karane jad bhava bandhanam juna saprema purikirtita. Definition of prem, Prabhupada gives. That we should know first Radha Krishna pranaya. What is pranaya? Pranaya means when Krishna offers everything to Radha, what he has. He has his mind, he has his intelligence, he has his thinking power, willing power, feeling power, his body, his world. He gave everything to Radha. What did Radha do? Everything she possessed gave it to Krishna. So who belongs to who?
Both.
They belongs to each other. That's why Jiva Goswami Pad write a song that Krishna belongs to Radha, Radha belongs to Krishna. So you cannot find one. They are what do you call in English? Inseparable. Inseparable. So our understanding is, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, there is a tremendous attraction between these two personalities. How much attraction?
Tremendous.
Infinite.
Infinite. Irresistible. We should always meditate on that. There is an irresistible, infinite love between Absolute Truth himself. When he manifested into two forms, it is him alone with her, but he manifested into two forms, and there is a tremendous attraction. So somebody comes in the middle. You know what's that person's name? Jogomaya. Jogomaya comes in the middle and create a problem so they cannot meet. And the more the obstacle comes, the desire and harder and intensify to meet. This is the origin of everything. If there was no pure love between God and Goddess, there was no meaning of today's discussion even in this place. The suffering in this world created because of that. So that we feel some little pinch. You know, you feel like pinch. Yeah, I want to be happy more. I want to go to a spiritual world. If the suffering was not there, we would not even sit down here to talk, right?
Probably not.
Probably not. If nobody would die, we would not probably sit down and talk about God. Because He created this whole, everything, whether Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Brahmajyoti, anything and everything, all originated to that Kama Bij. Where? In Vrindavan. Between Radha Krishna. This is very important. There is another verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. No. Kama Gayatri Kama Bije Jaro Upasan. Krishna is being worshipped by this Kama Bij. The desire seed of desire Krishna has is the origin of everything. What did he desire?
Know himself.
To know himself, to relish himself. This is most fascinating. Who is he for? What God is? Who created God? Let's go back from this world. How do you see anything origin of creation here? What is one substance that the origin of all creation? Even atheists will agree. Time. Time you are born, time you will be dead. Time you are rich, time you are poor. Time you have a house, time you have no house. Time you have a wife, time you had no wife. Isn't origin? If you say how she came in your life, or time. There was a time she came in my life. How did you get the house? The time. Everything, anything and everything, even the modern science, they accept that
thought
the
it was
time.
the Higgs boson.
What is that?
The Higgs boson, they call it the God particle. They found the particle. The physicist.
Was very interesting. I was talking to this professor. He says it's a very. What about the big
Bang.
No, he says dark bang theory.
Dark
Big
thing.
bang is a dark, is a
Is it
spooky
black?
dark, black hole.
Oh, black hole.
You guys don't accept? I said, of course we do accept, because it is in the Krishna stomach. In the stomach, the universe. We sing every year for 1 month. Namaste stu damne spuradipti damne tadiyadarayatha vishashadamne namaradhikaye tadiya priyaye namayananta lilay devayatu. Vishwasya damne means, Vishwa means universe. Where? In the udar, in the stomach. The whole universe in your stomach. Krishna also says, whole universe in my stomach. Nirapaksham manim shantam bimatsara samadarsanam anubrajami. He says, the whole universe, whole creation is in my stomach. I am inside and outside. Universe is inside the stomach, and he is also inside the stomach, inside the universe. At the same time, it's like a non-dual substance. One, not two. We are right now inside Krishna's stomach. But those who doesn't have a perception to see that, then he will see inside the stomach is a dark black spot. Because whatever you are seeing by whose perception? Who is allowing you? Either Jogomaya or Mahamaya. So you take Jogomaya, they are perfect visionary. And if you take Mahamaya, you see all kinds of stuff. Big Bang Theory, black hole, all kinds of. That's also Krishna's. Krishna is creating this through the Mahamaya. But it has, we must remember, when we come to the Gyan, knowledge, today's subject matter, now we are going to make this division. We should remember this. So intrinsic characteristic has 3 divisions. Everybody understood this, right? Yes?
No.
Yes.
What you didn't understand? Okay, number 2. Number 2, he cannot explain, that means he understood. Number 2 is, one is called marginal.
Is this on your Balashi just in you?
Yes. Marginal. So bhakti, pure love, has a 2, what? 2 symptoms. One is internal, one is external, or intrinsic, extrinsic, or marginal. Extrinsic and marginal is same word. Means this marginal equal sign also means uncovering. Uncovering.
Uncovered.
Uncovering. Uncovering means you have to cover it, you have to uncover it and you sort it out. You know, sort it out. Because the word, he says, anabrita. Abrita means covered.
Yeah.
Anabrita means uncovered. Uncovered doesn't mean open the can. You sort it out. What is what? What is what? What is what in this world? What you need, you keep it. What you don't want, you put it aside. Not throw. It did not say. So what should be uncovered? 3 things. One is Anna Vilas. Anna Avilas, number 1, means all
Ulterior desires.
just write down desire. Desire has a 2. You have to give up the material desire and you have to bring pleasure to Krishna. That desire has to come. Desire. Even though it's a Anna Vilas, but you have to. So desire has a 2 types. No, not 2 types. 2 manifestation. Desire dash 2 manifestation.
What are they?
You write down 2 manifestation. Keep going.
What are they?
Two manifestations. One is all the desire to bring pleasure to Krishna. That's positive. And all the desire that not pleasing Krishna, out. This is called uncovering. How do you uncover? Is not English uncovering?
Uncovered.
Oh, it's not uncovering.
Uncovering is the verb, the process
Oh, I
that
see.
you do, and
Okay.
uncovered is adjective describing a state of not being covered.
Uncovered. So when you uncover, so you take it, oh, you know what? I feel to eat ice cream. Oh, you uncover, you are uncovering now that you have a desire to eat ice cream. Is that offerable? Yeah, you have to read the ingredients, something like this. So then what you do? Oh, you have to give it to the pujari, or you learn how to offer, and then these are called uncovering. See what you have within you and you want to sort it out. Oh, they are all laughing, joking, eating hot dog. What is that? Oh, that's sinful, killing a cow. Ooh, okay. Even though you had a flavor before, you grow up with it, or your mother was eating while you are in the tummy. Sripad Madhav Maharaj was telling me, his mother used to love hot dog while he was in the tummy. So it was a horrible experience, but it was kind of like this. Okay. So that's 1 and 2. Good. This is 1. Number 2, you have a iPad, text, you write down it, you look at it sometime. That's how it has to be chalked. This chart we made it after long endeavor. It has to be on the forehead all the time. Very good. Thank you for agreeing. And number 2 or B, you can put 2. Why? Oh, I see. There is a 2. You go, I.
Oh, the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. I1, I2. Then next is knowledge, Gyan. So today's subject matter, right now we are studying this. So we must be aware where this idea of knowledge. So many questions come. What is knowledge? What is intelligence? What is intellect? What is Veda refers? What is paramarthik knowledge? What is lokik knowledge? And then we're going to make Gyan, but you write down knowledge also. People may not understand. Medanga Prabhu, write down this chart. So you look at it.
Oh, yeah, I got my hands.
Write down the chart. And this way you remember it. It's very important. And third is karma. Okay.
I'll get one.
So today's subject matter on the Gyan, this is like a short sketch of the vast subject, but it should be always in front. Always in front. That pure bhakti, pure love has a 2 symptom, intrinsic, extrinsic. Internal, external. Internal means what is made of. We must be aware. Internal means, Nishinga Prabhu, what is made of. Bhakti made of these 3 things. Means bhakti only apply to Krishna. If somebody say, I am doing bhakti for Shiva, sir, there is no book says that. You can say it, but no book supports this. No philosophy supports. Oh, I have bhakti for my Ganeshji. Why you say no? That's all right, you can say it, but no scripture backup. I have bhakti for Brahman. Yeah, you can say it, but it does not. It has to be only for Krishna, and it has to have a favorable mood, and it always has activities of mind, man, buddhi, three things. Mind, what do you have? Words and body.
For cultivation of activity?
Yeah.
I put endeavor and both.
Yeah, endeavor. What is endeavor? Minds, thinking, your body, acting.
Yeah.
So 3 way. Body, mind and word and talking. These 3 way. And when three are completely engaged, they are called sannyasi. You can be in women body, but you are detached. Same thing. Sannyasi doesn't. No, sannyasi. Sannyasi doesn't mean just saffron. Okay. Now we are going to. How do you make a Jnana chart? We are going to make a brief of the Jnana chart. Yeah, make it. From this side so they can. Knowledge, today's subject matter, Mridanga Prabhu just read. Knowledge has two divisions. Or you can just raise it up like this and then put it that way, the other chart. There you go. You read it other way. You cannot read it?
Yeah.
No, but Prabhu, like, do you think this will be enough for him?
Okay. Okay, maybe put it on the bottom.
Okay.
So always, whenever we think of knowledge, any question come on knowledge, immediately you think two types of knowledge. Knowledge means, everybody? Two types. One is called paramarthik. Write down, two types of knowledge. Has nothing to do with this. This is one of the uncovering, you understand? The knowledge means one of the uncovering. There is a uncovered.
Three things.
I'm just going to say uncovering. You know what I mean. I don't remember uncovered. Three types of uncovering.
Good.
External. Okay. So one is desire that you're going to experience. You never had a feeling until you came to Alachua and you found this girl, Mataji in the temple, and then you feel some attraction. You say, I was in Russia for so long. I never had the feeling. What he's doing? Uncovering. Some desire was there, but he never saw it. All of a sudden, bling, popped. So you have to sort it out. See if it is utilizable.
Yeah.
You know what the English. If you can utilize, then engage it. If you cannot utilize, put it aside. You don't need. You have to sort it out in your life. But sooner we do it is better for us. And we are discussing at this. All this desire that we don't want, it's there in 4 stages. But today we are discussing jnana, not desire. So we'll have a jnana desire chart separately. So jnana chart, jnana knowledge, because one of the uncovering is also knowledge. Knowledge has a 2 aspect. One is paramarthik and one is lokik. So write down. Oh, wait, how much space you have? 2 types of gyan. Low.
Loka means planet.
Well, how to spell this?
Laukik.
L-A,
Ukik.
and the other one is P-A-R-A.
Paramarthik. Okay, 2 types. Mix. Okay, 2 types. One is, so you go like this. Paramarthik. Come here, right here.
Okay.
This is one. Paramarthik means, paramarthiks are 3 types. Knowledge is 2 types. One is paramarthik. What is paramarthik means? Paramarthik means eternal spiritual knowledge. It has no beginning, no end. It's always there. And this knowledge, who is backing this? We must remember. So you write down. This knowledge, like in the second line, this knowledge, paramarthik knowledge, is backed by Absolute Himself. What does that means? Absolute Himself. Huh? Huh?
I still don't understand what it means.
So say everybody together. When something backed by Absolute
Something is backed by absolute.
means it exists by its own right.
It's all right.
Is this electricity illuminating us? Now we can
Yes.
see each other looking.
Yes.
Is it by its own right?
No.
No. You can turn off the switch, finish. Even if you turn on the switch, if the powerhouse does not supply, you cannot. It's so much interdependent. Even power supply serve, and if you have a circuit break, it does not. It has so much interdependent. This has to work, that has to work, that has to work, everything has to be lined, maybe. And then if you don't pay the bill, it also doesn't work. So many interdependent illumination. But when we talk about spiritual knowledge illuminates, it exists by its own right. No need any backing. Why? Because that's what absolute means. Absolute means exists by its own right. No begin, no end, no paying bill, nothing. Nothing can break down. It doesn't break. Whether you are old, who was telling us? Maybe your father. You said that when Prabhupada was like very, very old, the last minute, his muscle was separating from his bones.
Yeah.
He was touching or something. At that time, he could see that Prabhupada speaking, the knowledge is so pure, but body is like almost gone. Like falling apart. He could see his Prabhupada's, what do you call this? Muscle is separated from the bone, like two separate. Like no. But when he's speaking, the knowledge is complete. He has a full potency. So this is very important. And they were very surprised, those disciples. They were like, wow, this is like unbelievable. Your body is falling apart but doesn't have any connection with spiritual. Because this paramarthic knowledge, more we gather, more we have. And it will never go away from us. Soul is eternal. So as paramarthic knowledge eternal. You must write this. Paramarthic knowledge is eternal, backed by absolute. Means everything we get spiritual, it goes with us. Whether we make it in one life or two life doesn't matter. It goes with us. We never lose it. Except little obstacle called offense can be dangerous. It may covers. It may covers. And prove Indradumna Maharaj. He was worshipping. Agastya Rishi came. He got cursed. He suffered for 36,000 years. 36,000 years. That's a long time. After that, where did he get all the knowledge all of a sudden? It was last life, 36,000 years back he had. And he remembers everything. Kaliya, same. Gajendra case, so many examples is given. How is possible the soul, everything we hear about Krishna, don't feel bad. Oh, I don't remember. Pran Govinda remembers some. How come I don't remember? Damodar remembers some. How come I don't remember? Why Navin Krishna remember? I don't remember. Don't feel like this. There is a reason why Krishna is, because there is some covering is there. It will retain when? When submission. It has to be submission. Submission causes it. This is very important. This is eternal and it will manifest. And nobody need to back up this. You don't have to like keep a tape recorder or to hear it again and again. It will help, but it will help. But spiritual knowledge, when we hear, it is guaranteed it will be there. Okay. So then this has a one thing more. This paramarthic knowledge, another line you write. These three sambandha gyan. Paramarthic knowledge also means sambandha gyan. You heard that word sambandha gyan? Is that paramarthic knowledge? That paramarthic knowledge, sambandha gyan, will mature into
Prem.
Yes. How did you know?
I heard you say it.
Thank you. But this is a fact. So that means if somebody are not aware of this three sambandha gyan, not possible bhav will rise. This matures, these three knowledge matures into prem. Bhav. So number one, you said the three, no? Somewhere? Paramarthic knowledge has a three division or three covering. Three coverings, because these are all under the coverings. You want to raise this up? Oh, there is no place. You can see? No? We can maybe wipe it out this. And then make it. Just the top. Everybody has it, no? Nishinga Prabhu, you have the chart? You should write it down. These are very important. Because it took long time to make those charts, and we should have a little. Then if we remain here, okay, pure love means it has a two symptom, internal, external, intrinsic, extrinsic. Then internal symptom has a three characteristics. First is cultivation of activities. There has to be activity. Without activity, no pure love. You cannot say, I love you and do nothing. When you say, I love you, God, you must do something. Through your mind, through your body, through your word. Has to be. Without activities, there is no love. This is internal symptom. Mother Joshoda, whether witches come, Putana witch comes, demon comes, or nobody came today, you think she ever stopped serving Krishna?
No.
Never. This is one thing with Brajavashi. Never stop serving Krishna. Never. That's why Prabhupada always write. Do you notice Prabhupada always write? Devotional service. He doesn't say bhakti. It is bhakti, but he purposely put that word. Devotional service, 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 service. Because we are servant. We have eternal connection with service. That's why the first symptom, you can just shift this one there. Knowledge, two types. So the first is a cultivation of activity. Second is only for Krishna. Krishna is the beloved, nobody else. When you love Krishna, you can love everything else. Krishna says this. But if somebody just want to love everybody else except Krishna, except God, they will face a big, tremendous disappointment in this life. It's a fact. So-called love, I was just telling Damodar Prabhu while we are driving, if you really analytically think about it, I was talking to this lady this morning, she came, was it Herald? Hail Herald, a newspaper. So I was talking with her half an hour maybe, half an hour. She was so mesmerized. She said, "Can you write an article for my newspaper?" I said, "No, I don't write it." But he said, "Maybe we can do it." She was really fired up. She wants us to put in our newspaper in Hell Plantation. So I was telling her, when you are married? She said, "Yes." I said, "Your husband loves you?" She said, "Of course." I said, "Good. Do you love him?" "Of course." I said, "Why you love him?" "I don't know his love because he's not here, but tell me why you love him." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I tell you why you love him. I can tell you why you love him. You may not tell him." "Oh, that's very interesting. Tell me." I said, "You wanted a guy looks like him. That's true. You wanted a guy who give you some intimacy feeling, talking the way he smile. Yeah. The way he acts or work or say, I'm sorry, I love you, whatever you guys do every day. Yeah. And he makes you happy, he makes you feel, maybe he play guitar. Actually he does." I said, "That was one of the things you actually wanted." "Yeah, I always loved guitar. My father used to play." And when you saw him play guitar, you felt like, wow, he is the guy. So I gave you the whole list. And then she said, "You are genius. Can you write?" And then she had a whole stash of her newspaper. He said, "We have this." He said, "You should write column in our..." I said, "No, let me finish first. Now come to this point." You know what you just did? You drawn your own desire, list of my desire. I want, I want, I want, I want, I want. End of the list, Krishna just made the guy according to your list. He said, "What do you mean? The Hare Krishna?" I said, "Yeah, that's Krishna." The Hare Krishna made the guy just for you and you met him. She said, "This is so hilarious. It makes sense." I said, "Of course it makes sense. I'm not joking. This is a real philosophy." Said, I love this philosophy. But this is so
Or
true.
supply.
No, when you came back, you saw her, how she was like persisting. She wants me to write. And I was like, she was really mesmerized. I said, this is so true, because everybody in this world, they think they are in love with somebody. Actually, it's not true. Their desire being fulfilled by Krishna through that guy or that girl. It is their own selfish desire. I want. And you say, okay, I'll do this. Very good. What about this? I'll do this. Oh, I love you. Do I really love? Did I say I love you? Or I say, you fulfilling my desire. Thank you. So I love you. This is a fact. This is fact. Krishna consciousness is based on this. But pure love, that's why it has a structure. That you have to remove the jnana idea, karma idea, then desire idea. Why? Because pure love, you know why Krishna demands, you must think of me, must pay obeisances 3 times a day. We talked about it. It sounds like a dictator, maybe demanding. Is Krishna demanding? You must come Mangala, pay obeisances to me. He says that. Manmana bhava mad bhakti. Become my devotee. Worship me. But if you really scientifically you think, the verse before that is actually more important. That's why it says Sarva Guyattamam Bhuya Srinume Paramam Bacha. Hey Arjuna, I'm going to tell you most confidential of all confidential is what? Why? Ishtoshi me dhriramiti. Te tato bakshami te hitam. Hitam means benefit. For your benefit. For your benefit, I will tell you the secret. Krishna is not asking pay obeisances for him. He does not need worshipping from Pran Govinda Das, period. Krishna never needs worshipping from anybody in this material world. He is being worshipped by unlimited soul forever. They never want to give up. He doesn't need anybody. Literally, if you think, Krishna explained this. It is for our benefit we should bow down. Why? He says, Tato Bakshami. Very sweet, those verses. It's like you feel like crying for Krishna. Those verses are so sweet. Krishna says, because you want to live for love, don't you? Yes. Then I have the unlimited love for you. I have. You want a most beautiful girl? Who can be more beautiful than Krishna? You want a real macho guy? Who can be more stronger than Krishna? If you really calculate, you want the wealth, unlimited wealth? He has more wealth. Oh, I like also Bill Gates. Hey, he put Bill Gates rich. He put all these people together. You cannot even come close to his wealth. You collect all the wealthy men of the whole world, cannot even touch Krishna's tiny wealth. So how can you say you don't want to love Krishna? Tell me one reason. She was like, whoa, I am just like blown up. I wish my husband would be here. I said, okay, you can bring him next time. It's very true, because Krishna is a personality who would not love him. Because maybe they are ignorant, they don't know, that's why. He has everything that we are looking for. We are looking for a best friend who will remove all my... the conditioned soul are eternally suffering. Every individual soul in this world are suffering. When something comes on your way and exhibit like, I love you, you feel like, oh, that suffering is like going, absence. Like I always use the bad example, but I'm going to use it anyway. I'm hitting Damodar with the bats. I never did that, but it's like you hit him, and he's, Prabhu, it hurts. I know it hurts, but I like to hit him. Then all of a sudden, one place I stopped. And then Naveen Prabhu says, how are you feeling, Damodar? I'm so happy now. Tell me, is that really happy?
No.
What is he expressing now? Relief. So, every conditioned soul, I'm not just giving a philosophy. I really want you to think. If you really deep down, close your eye and think of your own existence, what is coming out from you? Do you like it? What is coming out? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? you will feel horrible. You will feel miserable. You will feel like to get out. Let me get the text. Somebody should be, yeah, how you doing? Texting or calling somebody or watch a movie or do something. Why? Because you feel horrible of your own existence, what is coming out. So therefore the soul is searching out. When another person comes and say, I love you, and then you feel like it's like a hitting to that person is like a relief. Oh really, you love me? Oh very good. I feel, thank you. Oh, there is now it's ice cream. Wow, that's even better. Then feel there is air conditioned room. Wow, I'm really nice, having good time. It's not a good time. You're just being relieved from the pain. It is not really symptom of happiness. This is not genuine happiness at all. It is just a relief of our pinching pain every moment. We just don't know how to express. Bhakti definition is giving completely opposite. That it will drown you into ecstasy. To what degree? In the middle of ocean. You don't know if it has a depth. Mahaprabhu said this. Parapar sunna gavir. Bhakti rasa pranta. Tumi chakaite tar kori eko bindu. He told to Rupa Goswami Pad. This pure love is so ecstatic that nobody knows whether that has it's like an ocean, whether it has a depth or a bank. Para apar. There is no end, means there is no bank and there is nobody knows how deep it is. So when you will come out, you never come out. It's so happy, nobody ever comes out. This is spiritual ecstasy. So whose benefit Krishna is speaking? For my benefit, for Arjuna's benefit. This has to be pointed, the verse before that Manmana, that how important Krishna is speaking. For your benefit, you bow down. Why? You bow down, now your heart is softening. Oh my Lord. Keep on bow down. Like, what's his name? Gargamuni. He was a sannyasi in GBC. So after the kirtan finished, Prabhupada is saying, Jai Om Vishnupad, everybody bow down, right? And Gargamuni is like, Prabhupada said, he's doing like this. And then Prabhupada said, bow down. He just stopped that Jai Dhuni, you know, his tongue. Bow down. I don't feel like Prabhupada, just do it. Why Prabhupada is forcing? You should understand, this is very nice, very nice. The way Prabhupada loving is like expressing. If you bow down, then after the class he said, if you bow down, then your heart becomes softened. I don't feel like, do it. Just do it. Krishna says, Mam Namaskuru. He says clearly, Namaskuru means bow down. Why Krishna says this? If you do it, keep on doing it, Prabhupada said it will become a habit. That time heart soften. When heart soften, unlimited ocean of nectar will start coming from Krishna. But it cannot come. The water drops in a hard rock. What happened? Slides out. It has to be softened. It has to be softened pot so the water, the nectar can hold. That's why Krishna is so much lovable personality. He says, bow down. Think of me. So you will enjoy eternally with me. All the opulences belongs to me. I will give you. It is all for me. In 9.4.63, 9th canto 4th chapter 60. You have Bhagavatam, right? One verse you look at it. Here it says, Lord told, you know, all these 6 opulences belongs to me, but I never desire to enjoy this without my devotee. What kind of boss is that? Do you find any boss in this world? Boss has a summer vacation house, winter house, whoever it is, Bill Gates or any factory boss. But employee, if the employee says, sir, you have a summer vacation house, can I enjoy it for my vacation? You think he will give?
No.
You don't get the facility of boss. Krishna is not a boss like this. Krishna is so loving boss. He said, what did Durvasa found out? Who owns the Sudarshan Chakra? Krishna says, I cannot help you, I'm sorry. My Sudarshan Chakra belongs to my devotee. Mahaprabhu says, anytime we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You're sitting on the floor, you can come on the carpet. There's a cushion. You can sit. When you chant 9th canto, chapter 4, You have to look at 63, 64. It goes like this. Jasam gati aham para. That's the second line. Sadhavi mad bhakti. If you have it, I can see. You have a aham bhakta paradina. What do you have? Sadhava hridaya mahayam. Okay, after that few sloka, you'll read the translation that all the 6 opulences I own, it's all belong. Without my devotee, I never enjoy. Who will say like this? Any boss anywhere in the world will say, all my wealth. Imagine that some rich man, Bill Gates, comes and says, excuse me, Naveen, I love you so much. Here is my checkbook. All the check are signed is yours. Is mine, is yours. You can do whatever you want, just like me. How do you feel?
Very fortunate.
Very fortunate. Krishna makes us. There's one verse, it says this, Dhannam tam naomi chaitannam, Dhannam tam naomi chaitannam, Vasudeva dayadradi, Nasta kustam rupapustam bhakti tustam chakarajat. That Lord Chaitanya, who is Dhannam, he makes everybody fortunate. This is his job. What kind of God is that? He makes everybody like him. You are as rich as him. This is one of the, even liberation, not even a pure bhakti, shasti. You can have a rich like God. He just gives it. Very sweet. Okay. Now we come back to this. What we are discussing, why we went off all this?
Never kept
Huh?
the gyan.
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 Sambandha Gyan matures into Bhav, not Prem. Well, it is Prem, but say Bhav is a ray of Prem. Either you write Bhav or write ray of Prem. More specific is good. Just write Bhav and within bracket you write ray of Prem. Okay, number 3 is this Jnana Abrita or Jnana covering has a 3, this Jnana has a 3 covering. One is Tat Padartha Jnana, maybe looks like both are one. Make it a little bit.
I.
Yeah, something like that. Tat Padartha Jnana. Full understanding of Krishna. We Vaishnava always address God as Rashabdim, embodiment of condensed form of bliss. This is our first focus. You know Mayavadi? This is one thing they never want to hear. Because if they hear it, their mind goes crazy. Unless they made a great Bhagavat. Like even Lord Ram's follower in Ayodhya, they were eating roots, just like that scripture you just read. What the Vaishnavas are famous for eating? Roots and potatoes. Actually, they were eating not potato, what do you call those? Sweet potato. Because Lord Ram, that's all he ate in the forest. Till today, not today, but before Prabhupada went there, this is a true story. Before Prabhupada went to Ayodhya, Lord Ram's birthplace, that's all they used to eat. Root, that anything grows, the sweet potato, not the potato, sweet potato and some roots. That's all they eat. So when Prabhupada went there, it was a hilarious story. So Prabhupada had a whole bunch of devotee, Western devotee, hundreds. So Prabhupada is explaining this is the birthplace of Lord Ram. And then he told the head pujari, do you have a nice cooking facility for them? He said, no, we don't cook. In the forest, Lord Ram, Mother Sita never cook. What do you mean? Oh, we eat just roots and sweet potato. Prabhupada said, but we are Krishna Bhakta. We don't eat sweet potato and root only. We eat everything. Krishna loves all sweet, variety, thousands of. At least go to the market and get some. So they went and they made a big feast, really feast. They had a nice cook, devotee. Satadanda Maharaj was there with Prabhupada. And he was my best buddy one time in Mayapur. And he used to tell me all these things he exploring. So then Prabhupada offered the food and they had a big feast, even with the yogurt, sweet, gulab jamun, everything. So the head priest comes to Prabhupada, after everything over. Maharaj, I respect you like my guru. I never ate these things, but is it okay if I... So Prabhupada is a joker too. He said, you feel like to eat? Well, my guru said to eat the roots and... said, but what do you think? Do you respect me? He said, yes, I respect. I think you are powerful like my guru. You want to follow? So eat feast. He was so happy, he ate the whole feast, first time in his life. And he told all the pujari, all the devotee of Ram Bhakta, eat, it's okay. Maharaj says it's okay. So then Maharaj, before Prabhupada left, he said, you all can eat big feast every day, no problem, offer to Ram. Because Ram and Krishna is same, he loves feast. Don't offer only roots. So since that time, the temple casual change. They eat a big feast. This is Krishna. Krishna never likes starving. He loves eating all the time. Eating. In Jagannath temple, you know how he eats? Anybody knows? Non-stop. His hands never dry. Before it dries, after his washing, offering just came. So he kept saying, why? Because Lakshmi is afraid that he may leave to Vrindavan. Okay. So you have a Tat Padartha again. Who is Sri Krishna?
Is that like a question or
No, this is what it means. Tat means that. Every time Prabhupada finishes chapter, he says, Om Tat Shat. He always says that. Every time he finishes chapter, he says, Om Tat Shat. This is that. Tat Padartha again. Number 2. Tvam. T-V-A-M. Tvam Padartha again.
What is pada and artha?
Tam pada means where you are situated or what you have accepted and what value is this. Tam padartha again means who is jiva or who is soul. No, who is soul? Not just the soul. A question. Sri Krishna you have to write also. Who is Sri Krishna?
Okay.
These are all question. Full details.
I thought you were saying that this means Sri Krishna.
Who is Sri Krishna?
But that's a question.
Well, the exact translation will be that absolute truth is the whole translation. Tam Padartha again. Who is soul? And number 3 is Jiva Brahma Aika. Beg, borrow, not steal, but keep this chart. It's easy to focus then. Whenever you read anywhere, oh, I see, this is relating to this. This has to be understood like that. Jiva Brahma Aika Sajujja. No, S-A Sajujja. S-A J-U.
No, S-A-Y-U-J-Y-A.
Okay. Follow him.
There's an A and I, yes. A-I-K-Y-A.
K.
Yeah,
Oika. Oh, A-I.
A-I-K. A-I-K-Y-A.
Okay. Gyan. Jiva, Brahma, Oika, Sajujja, Gyan. These are all covering. Means impersonal merging idea. Don't reject until you understood completely. It does exist. It will be existing eternally. But why we are not interested, we should know. It's kind of like you pass, after you finishing toilet, You don't look at it, you don't research it, you just flush it out. So kind of like this. You have to grasp it, then flush it out. Yes. Those who are not going to grasp it and just flush it out, oh, we don't care Mayavadi. What is Mayavadi? I don't know, I don't care. Then you are in that. Why? Because Prabhupada said we are born with it. In Bhagavad Gita it says we are born with it, this attachment. Okay. Then second is Lokik.
Why is it called covering? Are there 3 coverings?
Because the bhakti, pure love, you have in your heart. But it is covered.
But covered by who is Krishna Padartha?
Covering by 3. One is desire, one is knowledge, one is karma.
Also these 3 things.
This is all in Gyan. Not Jnana has a covering. This has a 3 covering. This is also Gyan.
3 coverings of...
No, there is 2 types of Gyan. One is Paramarthik, one is Lokik. And this Paramarthik Gyan has a 3 covering.
Okay, so...
Just push it, that's it.
Put that Paramatika in big words.
Which has eternal, unparalleled existence. The knowledge which cannot be compared or above.
But this is like a type of gyan.
There's 2 types of Gyan.
I know, so that's what, well, that's why I put that, because it's like...
Huh?
Paramarthika, and what's the second one?
Laukika, L-A-U.
Sambandha Gyan.
3 coverings.
Paramarthika is Sambandha Gyan.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
That's what I meant.
The Paramarthik has a 3 covering. And Lokik, now put a little like it. Or go down, right down here, number 2.
But those 3 things, they are not the coverings. Like,
They are coverings.
they are the 3 coverings you're talking about?
Yes. The reason I'm saying it, because I also thought this Tat Padartha Gyan, Tam Padartha Gyan, these are eternal. No. The misconception has to be removed from that. That's why it is covering.
Oh, it's
There's-
covered.
No, is uncovering. No, you have to uncover means you have to sort it out. Uncovering, he could have says throw it or destroy it, but why he says anabritam? Rupa Goswami Pad, why he says anabritam? Means you have to take it out. What is it? Or you know it. Okay, I don't need this. I need this. So you have to sort it out. Means amongst Tat Padartha Gyan, there is a lot of things we don't want.
Oh, okay, so there's misconceptions about who Krishna is.
Yes. Even among the Vaishnavas, you don't have to go to outside. Among Vaishnava, misconception of Krishna is there. And about us, so much misconception. Yeah. And this now. And then Lokik Gyan. Lokik Gyan, which is sometime real, sometime hallucination. Now Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada quote one verse, it's maybe vast, but if you heard it, Jara Vidya Jato Mayara Vaibhav Tumara Bhajane Badha Moho Janmaiya Anitya Sangsare Jeep Ke Karoye Gadha. It's a very poetic. All the okay, this you write down 2. Yeah. This Lokik Gyan has a 2 division. Everybody is with me? This Lokik Gyan has what?
2 divisions.
Okay. 1 Avidya, another is Vidya. Where you write 2 division? You didn't write.
I was just going to put 2.
Nobody
Okay,
have to
okay.
write, otherwise they don't get.
Okay.
Sometimes real, sometimes
One is Vidya.
Abidya.
No, Vidya first.
Vidya. No, sit
V as in
with
Victor.
V.
Vidya.
V is in Victor.
V as in Vishnu.
I always say V is a B.
They say it.
Okay, Vidya, Vidya. Avidya. Okay. When we perform devotional service, we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That time, this pure Krishna Nam first mixing with the material mind. When it's rubbing against material mind, Avidya has to go. Avidya, you write down here, Raja, passion and ignorance. Avidya has a two division, passion and ignorance. And Vidya has a one division, Satta. Hallucination?
Yeah, because Lokika, sometimes real and sometimes hallucination.
Yeah.
The hallucination is avidya.
It's like a monster in the closet. What is it? You don't have to go to the children, even in our grown up. They imagine sometime. Maybe something is there, maybe not. These are hallucination. It doesn't have a... you may find real sometime. Okay, so when we chant or do devotional service, what is first thing happening?
Scrubbing with our material mind.
Louder.
Ignorance.
Scrubbing with our material mind.
Rubbing our material mind. And material mind is a product of Vidya or Sattvagun, but yet it gets influenced by the three modes, so it acts like a Rajagun, Tamagun, all kinds. Even though mind is a product of Sattvagun. So now here, when the devotional service starts, that time the Avidya, passion and ignorance has to go. First thing. When the passion and ignorance goes, you become little peaceful. That time, you feel like, I like to be a devotee, I like to chant, I like the Hare Krishna movement, you feel good. That itself also dangerous. Because service is not developed yet, service desire. Why it is dangerous? Because that is Vidya, knowledge. But material knowledge, oh, you ask me a question, I know. I'm enjoying it. You follow? You ask me a question or something happening, nobody knows, I know it, I'm enjoying it. Yes, itself, it's look like a very sophisticated way to enjoy. But that itself is a trap. So first is not this, first is these two has to go, and then comes to Vidya. Vidya, most of the devotee get stuck. Stuck, they get stuck. They are doing rigidly everything, first class, they're chanting, they're doing everything, but within there is no feeling coming for the Lord to serve. Why? Because Vidya, it gives like a very good feeling. I like it. I don't mind of taking birth in a devotee family. Wow, really? You even no more afraid to take birth as a devotee. Wow, very good. These are not bad, it's better than this, but that doesn't mean you are in the spiritual realm yet. You are at the border. You need it. Everybody needs Vidya. Vidya destroys Avidya. Like a light destroys darkness. No more darkness. So I'm fine, I know what is going on, I feel, I'm thinking everything. But until the intense feeling for the Lord, service attitude, feeling does not come, you may get stuck here. This is a covering. It's a very scary. Lot of devotee takes birth again and again and again because of these states. This is not a permanent state. It has to go from here to here. Pure form knowledge. Because pure form knowledge transform into feeling. You will have a pure division. Daksha is a good example actually. Daksha is in Vidya stage. First Avidya, then Vidya stage. He is worshipping God. He is directly following Brahma. He is well situated. He has effulgence. But he could not come to this stage. Therefore he commit offense to Shiva. Daksha should not have died. Should not never suffer. Because Brahma never suffer. Why Daksha should suffer? His son. Because he did not cross this, therefore he gets stuck and he commit offense. Offense is still there. That's why these are called covering. It's a subtle covering. Vidya is more subtle than Avidya. Ultimately, if you say, even the great demigod, you know why Hiranyaksha was searching all over the universe, could not find God? He went everywhere. Even he went to Milk Ocean. Such a powerful. He went to Milk Ocean, where Lord lives, but he could not find. Why?
He hid in the heart.
Because Krishna hides one place that no, this thing can take you. Only this bhav, this can take you there. The heart, our own heart. He was searching all over the world, all over the universe. Where did Barahadev hide? Where? In his own heart. In Hiranyaksha's heart, Barahadev was hiding. So Hiranyaksha traveling everywhere, searching for him, could not find. Because he hides here. But to go to the heart, you have to cross these two and come to here. When you have these things manifest, bhav, then you see God within you. That time, you can sit in a cave for million years. What is coming out from you, you feel happy. You don't want to move. This is so nice. You remember Obiram Thakur was 5,000 years in a cave? One day Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu was chanting, dancing. All of a sudden everybody sat down. Mahaprabhu started crying, Obiram, where are you? Obiram! Nobody understand who is Obiram. They never heard a devotee name. So Nityananda Prabhu knew. He says, Prabhu, what happened to Obiram? He's still in the cave. 5,000 years back, they were playing hide and seek in Dapur Juga. So Balaram said, okay, now is your time. That was Sridham. So Sridham is hiding, but everybody say, oh, it's the end of Kali Yuga, let's go. But nobody knows. For them, there is no Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga. They are with Krishna. But for Mahaprabhu, he has to keep up with this because he is Supreme Lord. So they left and they came back. So, but Obiram is still hiding there in the cave. They are going to come and find me. But they never came. You may think 5,000 years. But actually it was, they asked that question. That was very nice. Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur write. That question was asked him. So when did Balaram left? Oh, it was very strange. He just left moment ago and he came back as a Nityananda. I didn't get it. How did he do that in a minute? And then he tells me this is Kali Yuga. I say, what is Kali Yuga? Obiram Thakur is one personality did not like Kali Yuga. He was grouchy. He said, these are disgusting people. They don't love Krishna. They don't love Krishna. They don't want to talk about Krishna. We don't want them. He never saw people like this. So he used to be very grouchy. Very grouchy, you know. So Mahaprabhu used him. How did he use him? His grouchiness. Whatever you have, Krishna will use you. So he comes to this king, Muslim king. So Muslim king those days, they have a big palace. So then he had one Hindu minister. So they send a message. Tell him Obiram Thakur is coming. He's just a normal human being from Dapur Juga. He was 14 feet. When he came back, he was walking like a big. And Nityananda Prabhu says, well, I have to tell you how he got introduced. So Nityananda Prabhu ran to Vrindavan from Navadvip. And he says, he went to Govardhan cave. Abhiram, Sridham, Sridham. And then he came out. Who is calling me? It's me, Balai. Balai in a nickname of Balaram. You are not Balai. Say, I am Balai. No, you are a tiny guy. How can you be Balai? He said, no, I am Balai. Okay, let's run. Every boy has a one trick with Balaram. That's why they are called Dados Gopal. The 12 Gopals. Who are they? Sridham, Sudham, Vasudham, Subhahu, Mahabahu, Stoko Krishna, Arjuna, Labanga. Then Subal, Mahabal, Prabal, and Madhumangal. These are called 12. You should remember, contemplate while you chant. You think 12 boys, oh, they are doing what they are doing. You think, then it will come. So these 12 boys, one boy was missing, everybody else was there. So then when Sridham started running, with Madhumangal what he does? With Sridham what he does?
Rest.
Wrestle. Nobody can defeat Balaram, only Sridham. Because he's Krishna's brother-in-law. But Sridham cannot be too close to Krishna. Can he?
Because he's Radharani's
brother. He cannot be too close. Because he's Radharani's brother. Because Krishna may say something, doesn't want to say in front of him, so they cannot be too close, even though he's a best friend. So it's kind of like this. That's why Shubal is more. Shubal is a brother of Chandravali. Chandravali's brother is Shubal. He's a brother, yes. That's why he makes all this plot. You have to know all the secret. In a Vedic culture is like this, it's like you like that boy, then you found that boy has a very good friend who close to your brother. Then you're trying to be nice to your brother. Oh, why you are nice to his brother? Because his friend who knows that boy who you like. So it's a kind of, this is like a Vedic culture. It's like a spying.
Yet Subha looks exactly like Radha.
Yes, because they are coming from the same. Chandravanu, Subhanu, Brihadbanu, they are brothers and they are daughters. Like this. Chandravali is a sister, cousin sister of Radharani. Anyway, come back to this. So then, after circumambulating 28 miles, every time he looks at, he sees Nityananda Prabhu is there. Then after 4 times he said, you are Balai. What happened to you? How did you become little guy? He said, this is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga? What is Kali Yuga? Well, you have to come. Where is Kanai? Say, I'm taking you to Kanai. Kanai means Krishna. So they come here and say, you are Kanai. How did you get small too? Say, this is Kali Yuga. And everybody was shocked. He's 14 feet and everybody is 7 feet. Mahaprabhu was 7 feet and everybody was like. So Mahaprabhu says, come on, get him to Kali Yuga. So what they did, he said, come on, Sridham, you do like this. Okay, I do like this. So Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu hang from him. So he shrink down to 7 feet. And then he says, what is this Kali Yuga? He says, people are not Krishna conscious. We have to make them, they have to like Krishna. Of course they like. Who doesn't like? He said, no, shh, you cannot go like this. So they have to train him up not to be heavy. So when the Muslim king heard, Abhiram Thakur already has a name of this. So when Muslim king heard this story, I heard it from Jaiva Dharma. We used to travel, a long time back. So Abhiram Thakur is coming, they told the king. So the king says, who is Abhiram Thakur? So the Hindu minister says, oh no, you have to give whatever he wants. Why? Who is he? He is a mullah. Mullah means high priest. But Hindu mullah, but very powerful. So what he's going to do if I don't give? What is asking? Say, I don't know. You go and find out. So he went there, Hindu minister went there. He paid obeisances. He said, how can we serve? I see one Vishnu shalogram in the middle of that palace wall, because they built the wall those days by the rock, cement rock. So I want that. So he comes and tells the king, well, he wants his rock somewhere in the middle of your palace. Well, what do you mean? He wants that rock. He wants that rock. Why? Well, that's God. God is a rock, so he's like a builder. You give him, otherwise he will get it. I don't care. I'm not going to break my palace for him. Well, I cannot tell him. If I tell him, he will do. What he will do? How many people with him? He said he has no people. He's alone is enough. He said, so the king, Muslim king, he didn't care. So he said, okay, let him do whatever he wants. So the Hindu king, he didn't say like this because he doesn't understand. The grouchy mood is very powerful. So he said, I'm sorry, the king says he cannot give. Okay, he pay obeisances. My lord, please come. Then all of a sudden the rocks started coming, the whole palace started shaking, falling apart. All these thousands of people like all scattered and run. Obiram Thakur became so famous from that story that the king immediately come and fell down at his feet. What power! Just by calling the rock coming, what kind of God became a rock? He was like so bewildered. He said, you will never understand. Just chant Gornitai. The Muslim king became his disciple. He literally converted the whole village in one shot. He was a grouchy. Srinivas Acharya went there and he had a one whip. Anybody comes, it's called Jai Mangal. Anybody comes, he whips them. And it hurts. No. You start chanting Krishna. You get Krishna Prem instantly. Instantly. He was very famous. He used to whip. And after he gave, I think 3 or 7, I forgot, to Srinivas Acharya, his wife came out. Don't. He will completely finish. He's already crying and rolling on the ground for Krishna. Don't beat him anymore. I wish I could get one. I was really dreaming like, where was I? I could have just one whip will be finished. But some or other did not get. I don't know where I was. But it was very interesting. That's how Abhinam Thakur used to do, preaching. Whenever, even, you know how powerful he was. What's the time now?
9.
Tell the story, go.
Okay. We didn't read much, but we'll read next week. Finish the chapter. So, Abhinam Thakur, he was going to come to Jagannath Puri. So Sivananda Sen asked, why are you going to Puri? I want to pay obeisances to Gopal Guru Goswami. Who is Gopal Guru Goswami? Gopal Guru Goswami, a little boy. His name is Gopal. His name is Gopal Guru. Gopal. So one day, Mahaprabhu does not have a hole in the body. Ishopanishad says, the Supreme Lord does not have a vein, does not have a hole in the body. You have a hole, right? 9 holes you have. Do you know that? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 holes in the body where the soul visit and enjoy. Krishna's body doesn't have a hole like a breathing. I have to breathe, otherwise I will die. Krishna's body is not like this. He doesn't have to breathe. He never breathed. Well, he does breathe as a Mahavishnu. Just one breath power is entire creation. That's scary. So when Mahaprabhu went to use the toilet, he comes back and his tongue was cut like this. Like this. In India, if somebody did something lie or mistake, they go like, oh, I'm sorry. They cut it means they are really sorry, apologize. Like you have a chadar, means you're supposed to be humble. I'm pretending, but at least someday it will maybe happen. It says if you keep like this, or the straw on a teeth, you'll hear this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The straw in between your teeth.
Is that just cultural?
No. It has a deep meaning. Not today, but we'll talk about it. It has a deep meaning. So anyway, after that, Mahaprabhu came from the toilet and his tongue is cut. So this little boy, his name is Gopal. Prabhu, why are you doing like this? Your tongue is cut like this. He said, what can I do when I said to do my this, what do you call, Evacuation. You know what I mean. Okay. He says, this tongue does not stop. It start chanting, but the place is very dirty. So tongue should not chant Krishna's name in a toilet. So then this boy says, that's true. But what happened at the moment of death? It's dirty too. Stool, urine sometime. It's dirty, dead body now. So soul should not chant. Mahaprabhu thought for a moment. Wow, this is genius answer. Yes. What's your name? I call you Gopal. No, your name is Gopal Guru. You are like Guru who can teach. This is very good. So his name became Gopal Guru Goswami. So the Bengal was saturated. Oh, Mahaprabhu changed the boy name Gopal Guru instead of Gopal. Why? Because he said you should chant anywhere, everywhere, in the toilet, outside the toilet, everywhere. So that time, when Abhiram Thakur heard it, he sent a message. Tell Gopal Guru Goswami I am coming to pay obeisances, because he got mercy of Mahaprabhu. And Abhiram Thakur's history, when this boy heard it, he was so scared that today he is going to arrive in Puri. He immediately ran to Mahaprabhu's room and sat down on his lap. Mahaprabhu said, what's wrong? I'm afraid. Why? What happened? No, I'm scared. Please, don't let me go anywhere. What is the matter? Tell me. Well, this personality is coming to pay me obeisances. And anybody he pay obeisances, if you are not God, you die. Instantly shatter. This is one way to check who is God, who is not God. Abhiram Thakur did 17 places. He just goes there, they say this is a God, Vishnu. Abhiram Thakur say, you sure? He pay obeisances, the stone cracked, the demigod rock cracked. He said, that's not Vishnu. Anytime he pay obeisances, if it is Vishnu deity, it will stay there. If it is not Vishnu deity, the stone cracks. This was his powerful, so powerful. So when Mahaprabhu heard it, oh, don't worry about it. So no, I'm scared. So Mahaprabhu took from under his big toe, he took a little touch. You know what is that? What is underneath Mahaprabhu's toes?
Barley leaf?
No, that's the symbol. That is a kumkum type of, it's called anurag. Anurag, feeling, instant, constant, new feeling. He pulled out from his own toe and put it on his forehead. Gopal Guru Goswami is like a tilak. He said, don't worry, now I am there on your forehead. Even if you pay obeisances, nothing will happen. So that's how Gopal Guru Goswami got so much mercy. He got a name, he got a Mahaprabhu's toe on his... And that Gopal Guru Goswami is the one who gives us how to meditate 8 times past time. End of this book you will see. End of this, yes.
Why was he scared to die?
Why he is scared to die? Because he is with Mahaprabhu, he didn't want to die. But that death is not like mundane world.
I know, so...
For the pleasure of Mahaprabhu, he didn't want to die. She asked a very good question. Do you know in Vrindavan what they think, the Brajavasis? They think they will die one day. Eternally they think, oh, I am young. All the girls think, I am so young. Krishna is young. He should understand that this young age does not last too long. It will run out. He should enjoy our company now, not late, because we will die one day. But eternally they never die. But the conception is there. Why? Because it's like a material world. It is not material world, but like a material world. It's the most fascinating. No pride. Everything is like a mundane. Nobody thinks Krishna is supreme. He's just a friend, but most attractive friend, like this. Their understanding is so sweet. Lokik Sad Bandhubat. Lokik Sad Bandhubat. Like supreme majesty as your friend. Is that good? Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Okay. Ooh. Let me get the Midanga. Krishna.